90,000 years ago, an impossible child drew her first breath inside a frozen cave in Siberia. She was not a myth or a scientific anomaly. Her bones carry an astonishing reality: 50% Neanderthal warrior DNA and 50% mysterious Denisovan ancestry, completely rewriting human evolutionary history. Torak crouches motionless over the dying hearth inside Denisova cave, watching the relentless blizzards tear across the jagged ridgelines. His scarred, sun-damaged hands grip a jagged stone scraper. He senses that the ancient boundaries separating the hominin clans of Eurasia are dissolving under the ice. Stay right where you are, because this tiny bone fragment hides an incredible truth that challenges everything we know about human origin. Why did two completely distinct species risk their lives to cross glacial wastelands and unite? The secrets buried beneath the Siberian permafrost are about to be unveiled. Paleoanthropologists catalogued the bone fragment simply as Denisova 11, the remains of an adolescent girl who died at just 13 years old. Detailed genetic sequencing confirmed she was a first-generation hybrid, the direct daughter of a Neanderthal mother and a Denisovan father, living high in the Altai Mountains. Torak examines the scattered animal bones across the cave floor, remembering the desperate arrival of foreign wanderers from the western valleys. The girl's mother had undertaken an agonizing journey of over 60 miles across freezing rivers and predatory tundra just to reach this sheltered Denisovan settlement. Scientists affectionately refer to this unprecedented trek as the ancient walk of love, but it was driven by pure survival instinct. In an unforgiving Pleistocene environment where human groups were scattered like dust, meeting another clan was the only barrier against genetic decay and total extinction. Torak gazes at his fellow hunters, their faces marked by coarse pores, embedded grime, and deep scars earned from battling cave bears. Denisova 11 was physical proof that distinct lineages did not see each other as monstrous rivals, but as fellow survivors, navigating the brutal edge of a freezing world. Further genomic analysis unveiled even deeper surprises within her lineage. Her father's DNA already carried traces of a Neanderthal encounter from 20,000 years earlier, while her mother carried genetic echoes linking her directly to Neanderthal populations dwelling far away in modern-day Croatia. Do not look away now, because this single teenage girl reveals a massive planetary engine that forced our ancestors across entire continents, triggering an evolutionary collision you need to see to believe. For more than 2 million years, the subtle orbital wobble of planet Earth triggered massive climatic oscillations. Continental ice sheets expanded across thousands of miles, locking up water, dropping sea levels, and crushing dense forests under miles of solid, immovable, blue glacial ice. Torak stands atop a frozen limestone ridge, his primitive reindeer pelts fluttering violently in the sub-zero Arctic gales. His leathery, weather-beaten brow furrows as he tracks the shifting migration corridors of steppe bison, fleeing south as the merciless frost reclaims the open grasslands. When warm interglacial periods arrived, the ecological landscape transformed radically. Temperate broadleaf forests surged eastward into Siberia, while retreating glaciers uncovered lush, grassy steppes that invited massive herds of mammoth horse and red deer back into the northern latitudes. Torak leads his kin along the newly thawed river valleys, observing fresh signs of unfamiliar game. These shifting climatic corridors acted as massive ecological conveyor belts, pulling isolated hominin populations out of their geographic refuges and forcing them into overlapping territory. Denisovans possessed biological adaptations specialized for the frigid eastern boreal forests, while Neanderthals evolved to master the temperate western woodlands. When interglacials expanded the green corridors, the geographical divide collapsed, bringing these two giants face to face. Keep watching, because this constant push and pull created a biological phenomenon known as source sink dynamics, which sealed the ultimate fate of every human species walking the ancient Earth. In population ecology, source areas are fertile zones where game is abundant, allowing hominin bands to multiply and expand outward. Conversely, sink regions are harsh, marginal zones where local groups cannot sustain their numbers without a steady influx of new migrants and fresh genetic material. Torak scavenges the sparse shrubland of the Siberian, sink his breath, frosting upon his coarse, matted beard. He understands that a single prolonged blizzard or a failed bison hunt could wipe his entire band from existence unless they establish alliances with neighboring nomadic groups. During severe glacial freezes, the Altai region transformed into an extreme ecological sink. The Neanderthal groups that pushed eastward during warmer intervals found themselves trapped as the ice returned, forcing them to integrate entirely with the resident, cold-adapted Denisovan clans. Torak points his crude, bone-tipped spear toward the horizon, spotting the smoke signals of another clan drifting above the pines. These interactions were not leisurely diplomatic meetings. They were desperate biological mergers, designed to exchange essential hunting territory, tools, and survival traits. Denisova 11 was born directly inside this fragile ecological sink. Her existence perfectly encapsulates the source sink dynamic, proving that marginal zones were not dead ends of evolution, but crucial melting pots where novel human lineages were forged in the crucible of Pleistocene climate shifts. Hold on tight, because as these archaic cousins learned to share the ice, an entirely new predator was quietly advancing from the south to change the rules of life forever. Around 45,000 years ago, anatomically modern Homo sapiens surged out of Africa and the Levant into the Eurasian landscape. They were physically less robust than the massive Neanderthals, yet they carried revolutionary cultural, cognitive, and technological adaptations never seen before. Torak watches from the shadowed forest edge as a hunting party of Homo sapiens traverses the open valley floor. They communicate using complex vocal sequences and coordinated body movements, advancing with rapid, calculated precision behind lightweight, deadly projectile spear throwers. Neanderthals had dominated Eurasia for over 300,000 years, surviving multiple glacial maximums through raw physical resilience. However, their hunting strategies required dangerous close-quarters combat with megafauna, leading to horrific skeletal fractures and high mortality rates. Torak examines his own broken ribs and scarred limbs, permanent reminders of vicious clashes with charging woolly rhinos. His clan relies on heavy thrusting spears, requiring immense physical bravery but exposing every hunter to devastating injuries that small family units could rarely afford. Supercomputer simulations executed at the IBS Center for Climate Physics tested whether abrupt climatic freezing alone destroyed the Neanderthals. The definitive models revealed that climate fluctuations merely created localized stress. The primary driver of extinction was resource competition with Homo sapiens. Modern humans possessed broader dietary habits, consuming small game fish and processed plants alongside megafauna. Even a microscopic economic advantage of just a few % in hunting efficiency or infant survival was enough to systematically drive Neanderthal clans toward total regional collapse. Do not click away, because what modern humans use to defeat the harsh climate went far beyond weapons, laying the foundation for our global dominance today. Archaeological excavations across the Paleolithic world reveal that by 130,000 years ago, early Homo sapiens had developed vast, long-distance trade networks. Raw flint, volcanic obsidian, and rare shells were transported over 200 miles from their geological sources. Torak inspects his worn toolkit, consisting primarily of locally sourced chert picked from nearby riverbeds. When local stone quarries froze over, or game migrated beyond reach, his isolated clan had no distant trade partners to rely upon for emergency raw materials or essential food provisions. Homo sapiens turned social connectivity into an evolutionary safety net. By trading decorative beads, ochre pigments, and specialized tools across vast distances, they built intertribal alliances that provided immediate refuge whenever local environmental conditions turned catastrophic. Torak touches a rudimentary flint blade sharpened dozens of times until barely functional. Meanwhile, modern human sites from the same era display standardized bladelets, delicate bone sewing needles, and tailored multi-layered fur clothing that insulated the body far better than wrapped animal hides. Tailored clothing permitted modern human mothers to keep infants warm and mobile during deep winter migrations, drastically lowering infant mortality. Complex hafted weapons allowed them to hunt dangerous carnivores and swift herbivores from safe distances, conserving precious bodily energy. Keep watching, because real archaeological artifacts recovered from Siberian caves prove that ancient cousins possessed their own astonishing sparks of genius before fading into silence. Inside the East Gallery of Denisova Cave, Russian archaeologists unearthed one of the most stunning Paleolithic artifacts ever discovered. A polished bracelet carved from dark green chloritolite. The stone originates from geological deposits over 120 miles away from the cave site. Torak marvels at the smooth reflective surface of the green stone ornament held by an elder craftsman. The artifact features a precisely drilled hole with microscopic rotational markings, proving that Denisovans utilized high-speed drill techniques tens of thousands of years before the Neolithic era. At Shagarskaya Cave in the Altai foothills, researchers excavated thousands of distinct Mikoquian bifacial stone tools belonging to Western Neanderthals. The chemical signatures of these tools match materials transported across vast plains, highlighting their profound determination to survive. In Vindia Cave, Croatia, Neanderthal fossil remains dated to around 40,000 years ago yielded genetic fragments showing subtle admixtures with archaic Homo sapiens. This proves that interbreeding was not an isolated Siberian curiosity, but a widespread repeated phenomenon across continents. Torak sits beside the flickering embers, his leathery face illuminated by the warm, dancing light. He realizes his people are gradually vanishing, yet their blood, their physical features, and their enduring survival memories are silently passing into the emerging generations that will inherit the Earth. Today, every non-African person carries between 1 and 2% Neanderthal DNA, while indigenous Melanesian and Australian populations carry up to 6% Denisovan DNA. The EPAS1 gene, enabling modern Tibetans to survive high-altitude hypoxia, is a direct Denisovan gift. The epic journey across the frozen Pleistocene wilderness teaches us an unforgettable biological lesson. Survival on planet Earth has never belonged strictly to the strongest, the largest, or the most physically intimidating species in the food chain. Neanderthals possessed immense muscular power, yet they vanished. Denisovans mastered the freezing boreal forests, yet they dissolved into the shadows. They did not disappear because of physical weakness, but because they lacked the flexible social safety nets and rapid innovations of Homo sapiens. The climatic cycles of the Ice Age did not simply challenge ancient hominins. They actively forged our species. The opening and closing of corridors, the relentless retreat of glaciers, and the scarcity of game rewarded those who could communicate, collaborate, and adapt across cultural barriers. Torak steps out into the blinding morning light, his primal eyes staring across the boundless, windswept Siberian tundra. Though his physical lineage faded into prehistory, his unbroken spirit and biological code remain alive inside the cells of billions of human beings walking the modern world today. We stand as the sole surviving branch of an extraordinarily diverse evolutionary tree, carrying the living legacy of Torak Denisova 11 and millions of resilient Pleistocene ancestors who braved the endless frost so that our civilization could one day exist. As our modern civilization stands on the brink of unprecedented global climate shifts and technological disruption, do you believe humanity still possesses the unity, social cohesion, and adaptability required to survive? Or are we quietly walking toward the same fate as the Neanderthals? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.